All right, let's just cut to it. What if I told you you could start a legit, profitable AI business all by yourself? Yeah, no coding skills, no pile of cash needed. Sounds kind of crazy, right? Maybe a little too good to be true? Well, a guy named Dan Martell, a serial entrepreneur who's been in the trenches, says it's not. He's laid out the exact playbook, and we're going to tear it down step by step.
So here's the question on everyone's mind, right? Can you really build a tech business if you're not a tech person? If you can't code your way out of a paper bag. Well, listen up, because the answer now, thanks to this insane explosion of AI tools, is a hard yes. The entire game has changed, folks, completely.
And look, this isn't some fluffy, theoretical nonsense from a textbook. We're talking about Dan Martell here. This guy has spent nearly 3 decades in the game, building a portfolio of AI companies that pulls in millions. This isn't just a roadmap. This is his personal roadmap, the exact 7 steps he'd take if he had to start from scratch today. So let's get into it.
All right, section 1, find the pain. Now listen closely, because this is maybe the most important part of the whole thing. The first step, the foundation of your entire business, it has absolutely nothing to do with AI. It has nothing to do with code. It doesn't even have to do with your brilliant idea. It all starts with one simple, powerful thing: finding real, honest-to-God pain.
So Dan has this amazing analogy for this. He says you have to sell painkillers, not vitamins. Think about it. What's a vitamin? It's a nice to have, right? You should take it. It's good for you. But if you forget, oh well, people will tell you your vitamin idea is cool, but they will not open their wallets for it. Now, a painkiller, that's different. A painkiller solves a throbbing headache, a burning, urgent problem. It's a must-have. And that is what people will pay anything to make go away. Okay, so where do you look for this kind of pain? Well, Martell boils it down to just 4 key areas. This is your treasure map, right here. People will happily throw money at you if you can do one of these things for them. Make them more money. Save them time, which is money. Save them money directly. Or, and this is a big one, help them look good. Status. That's it. Focus your search right there. So how do you know you've actually found a real painkiller? You validate it. Here's the exact process. Step 1. Make what Dan calls a frustration list. Just jot down everything that sucks in your area of expertise. Step 2. Get on the phone. Call people in your niche and just talk about those frustrations. Now here's the magic number. If you can get 10 people in a row to say, oh my God, yes, that's a huge problem for me, and you see that this problem is in a market that's growing, boom, you've struck gold. All right, section 2, prototype and pre-sell. So you found the pain, you're fired up. And the immediate temptation, the thing every single founder wants to do, is to just start building, right? Wrong. That is a massive, costly mistake. Before you write a single line of code or even think about it, you need to do 2 things. Make a prototype and, get this, pre-sell it.
Okay, I really want to hammer this home. The next step is prototype. Say it with me, prototype. This is not a suggestion. It's not a nice to do if you have time. It is absolutely 100% non-negotiable.
Why am I so intense about this? Because people get this wrong and it destroys them. Dan tells this gut-wrenching story about a friend of his, a friend who skipped this step. He spent 3 years and burned through $2 million building a product in the dark. It never even launched. He lost everything. Your prototype is your insurance policy against that kind of disaster. It prevents you from building something nobody actually wants.
And the best part? It's never been easier. I mean, we live in the future, people. You can use tools like Figma or UX Pilot. You literally just type in a text prompt describing your app, and it spits out a realistic, clickable prototype. It looks and feels like the real thing, but you didn't spend months and thousands of dollars building it.
Okay, now for some tough love. This quote from Dan says it all. Until people pay, they ain't gonna pay attention. All that positive feedback you're getting, oh, that's such a great idea, I would totally use that. It's worthless. It's smoke. The only validation that matters, the only signal in all that noise, is a credit card number, period.
Now, you might be thinking, wait, pre-selling something that isn't even built yet? That sounds kind of sketchy. Let me put this in perspective for you. In Dubai, 70% of all real estate is sold off-plan, before a single shovel hits the dirt. They are selling billion-dollar skyscrapers based on a blueprint and a little model. If they can do that, trust me, you can sell your app from a clickable prototype.
So here's how you structure the pre-sell offer to make it irresistible. You're not selling software. Get that out of your head.
You are selling an exclusive membership into an early adopter program. Give it a cool name, like the Founding 50. The offer is simple. They get a crazy discount, like 50% off the annual plan for life. And you give them perks, VIP onboarding, direct access to you, and most importantly, the power to influence the product roadmap. You're not just selling to them, you're making them co-creators. It's brilliant.
All right, Section 3, build and get feedback. So let's recap. You've found the pain, you've got a prototype, and you have cash in the bank from your first paying customers. Now, and only now, do you start to build. And the key here is surgical precision. You need to be a sniper, not a machine gunner, and you only listen to the right people.
You are building what's called an MVP, a minimal viable product. And I want you to tattoo that first word on your brain, minimal. The biggest mistake founders make is they get what Dan calls featureitis. They start building for this imaginary someday maybe customer. No, your one and only job right now is to build the absolute bare minimum set of features required to solve that one core pain for the people who have already paid you.
And again, building this thing is not some complex engineering feat anymore. It's actually kind of insane how simple it's become. You can go to a site like buildwithai.io and literally just describe your idea in plain English, like you're talking to a person. It then generates the system prompts and tells you which no-code tools to use. You just copy and paste those prompts into a tool like lovable.dev, and you sit back and watch it build the app for you. It is absolutely mind-blowing.
Okay, so your MVP is live. The feedback starts coming in. And here is Dan's golden rule for feedback, and you have to listen to this. Watch what they do not listen to what they say. Think about it. You've got a customer screaming that they desperately need a new reporting feature, but you look at the data and they haven't even logged into your app in 3 weeks. So whose feedback do you listen to? Their words or their actions? The answer is obvious.
So here's your filter. Before you even think about building a new feature that someone requested, you have to ask one question. Will this new feature positively impact at least 80% of my paying customers? If the answer is no, it goes on the shelf. That's it. You can't let the 1 or 2 loudest people in the room derail the entire train.
And if you're a visual person, here's an even better way to think about it. The feature priority matrix. It's simple. The vertical line, the y-axis, is how many people will this impact. The horizontal line, the x-axis, is how much money will this make. Your job is to live and breathe in one place, that top right corner. High impact, high revenue. That's where you spend all your time and energy. Everything else is a distraction.
Okay, final section. Section 4, hack your growth. You've got a product that solves a real pain. You've got happy paying customers. You've got a system for building what actually matters. Now, it's time to pour gasoline on this fire. It's time to get your product in front of thousands of people. And we're not talking about just buying a bunch of Facebook ads. Dan gives 3 powerful, clever growth hacks. Number 1, distribution partners. Find influencers who already have the trust of your perfect customer and partner up. Number 2, non-traditional sponsorship. Go find niche podcasts or do something called a pixel swap with another company. That's basically where you trade audiences for ad targeting. It's super smart. And number 3, insert yourself into a toolkit. Build an integration for Shopify or Slack or Zapier and get instant access to their millions of users. So why the rush? Why is this so important right now? Because according to Dan, we are in a very special moment in time, a window of opportunity that's closing fast. He thinks we've got maybe 18, maybe 36 months, tops, where the barrier to entry is this low and the tools are this powerful. This is the moment where regular people can build generational wealth with AI. This window will not be open forever. You cannot afford to sleep on this. So there you have it. That's the playbook, the exact step-by-step plan from someone who's done it over and over again. The tools are here. They're cheap, they're easy to use, the strategy is crystal clear. So really, there's only one question left to ask yourself. What painful, burning problem are you going to be the one to solve?